it's Thursday, friends. I hope that you are having a great day wherever you are watching this recording that we put together for you. Hey, listen, if you're blessed by a daily walk, would you comment in the comment section? Take you a minute. We'd love to hear from you. It's always encouraging. Also, if you are blessed by this, maybe share it with somebody else. Subscribe, and we'll just keep bringing it. As long as you're into it, and as long as you're watching and you're blessed by it, we'll keep rolling out 5 days a week. It is a blessing. It's a little bit of work, but it's worth it. And I know that you're being encouraged, and that is really what makes it worthwhile. Well, today we are in Mark chapter 13. It's a rather long chapter, and the reason, it's the Olivet discourse of Jesus, a prophetic, apocalyptic look at what is to come in the future. Jesus has been answering some very pointed questions from his disciples as to what's going to happen to the nation of Israel in the future. What's going to happen to our people? And Jesus was clear. And you can go back to the previous days if you missed any where Jesus talks about this, or read the chapter through alongside of Matthew chapter 24, which is a parallel passage, or read the book of Revelation from cover to cover. You'll be encouraged with that. I mean, that is a powerful book. In fact, it's a blessing to everybody who reads it, who hears it, and who applies it. But we are here in Mark's Gospel in the 13th chapter, in verse 32. Jesus said, "But of that day and hour no one knows." What hour? What day? When the Son of Man is coming, when these things are going to take place. Nobody knows the day or the hour. Not even the angels in heaven, nor the Son, but only the Father. Of course, Jesus knows now, but in his humanity, when he was here, there wasn't a date on the calendar. But obviously, he knows now when these days are going to occur. But then Jesus said this: even though you don't know the day or the hour when it's going to happen, he says, take heed, watch and pray, for you do not know when the time is. This is an important exhortation for us. Just because we don't know when the time is doesn't mean that we shouldn't be attentive to the time in which we're living. In fact, Jesus said, I want you to do two things: watch, and I want you to pray. Watch and pray. Those two things go together. And what happens if you're watching? Well, you're not going to be taken by surprise. You're aware, you're on guard, you're looking for it, you're anticipating it, you're watching. And if you're praying, well, you're going to be watching with the right perspective. You're going to be praying, you're going to be prepared spiritually. And so Jesus said, watch and pray. And then he gives them somewhat of an illustration of why this is important. It says here in verse 34, let me tell you what it's like. It's like a man going to a far country who left his house, and he gave authority to his servants, and to each his work, and commanded the doorkeeper to watch. Watch, therefore, for you don't know when the master of the house is coming. Is it in the evening, at midnight, at the crowing of the rooster, or in the morning? Lest coming suddenly he find you sleeping. And what I say to you, I say to all, watch. What I want to do is just take that word from Jesus, that exhortation to be watching. He says it several times. He said, it's like this. It's like if there's a master of a house, he ends up leaving. He says, hey guys, I'm going on a business trip. I'm not sure when I'm going to be back, but here's your assignments. Do this work. Be about my business. And I'll be back. And they're going to have to give account for what they did while he was gone. And so he leaves. And Jesus said the same way that those servants would be active doing the work that they were assigned, and they were watching, waiting for the master to return, because he didn't say when he was coming back. They just knew he was coming back. That's how we're to live our life. We don't know the day or the hour when the Lord is coming. But we don't have it, And by the way, if anybody says to you in the media, or you hear it on YouTube or wherever you're at, they say, we know when he's coming back. It's this date. Can I just tell you something? It won't be that date. Because the Lord is coming back in a day that nobody knows. He knows. He has a plan. It's not mine to know the day. It's not mine to get it set on the calendar, because it could be any day. So I have the opportunity, you have the responsibility to do what the Master has assigned you and me to do. He's given us a work to do. And we want to be faithful, because when he comes, what we don't want, as it says here, is to be found sleeping. And by sleeping, it doesn't mean we're resting and it's the hour to sleep. What it means is that we We're just unprepared. We got lazy. We got lackadaisical. We just lived like he wasn't coming. Folks, listen. There's a lot of things in this world that would seek to put us to sleep, to get us so comfortable that we lose sight of what is eternal. It's really easy to do. And I think that's why it's important to watch. And it's important to pray, because that keeps us spiritually alert and physically aware of what's going on. And that way we won't be taken by surprise. Hey, are you sleeping right now? No, I don't mean right now, like physically, like for real, but I mean sleeping spiritually. The Bible says, awake, arise from the dead, and Christ will give you life. Listen, you don't want to be sleeping on the job when the Lord's coming back. I want to be active about the work of the Lord. I want to be busy about his business, because he's given me a work to do. And don't we want to hear him say, well done, good and faithful servant? Yes, that is what we want to hear. And if we are actively serving the Lord, waiting for his return, looking for him, listen, we're not going to miss that. And so, although we don't know the hour, we definitely see the signs. And the signs are revealing he is coming soon. And so in the interim of time, as we wait, can I encourage you with something? Let's be active. Let's be active. Let's be about our Father's business, so that when he returns, he might find us remaining faithful. Well, may God give you an amazing Thursday. May he bless you, and I look forward to seeing you tomorrow right here for the Friday edition of A Daily Walk. God bless you.